Here is part 2, and I am absolutely thrilled.
Let's do a quick recap first just to catch everybody up on part 1 and how we got here. This set comes with 8 colors in 50 milliliter bottles. There's purple, white, light yellow, dark yellow, pink, orange, green, and blue. I'm trying out every color and I'm using the same technique using a UV resin bubble method, which I like to call the mermaid method, but you take UV resin, spread it on your surface, and then you put soap bubbles on top and cure it under a UV resin lamp. And as it cures, the UV resin takes the shape of the bubbles. It's really cool. It's a fun technique. And then I started playing around a little bit. I just was adding little dots of color. I was adding mica powders. I was blending colors. And look at how much they glow under the UV resin light. So in this part 2, I'm going to be making ornaments that I can sell in my upcoming art show.
Some of these I'm really happy with. These are so mermaidy. So I'm definitely going to work with these. These are a plus, and I really like the blend of this color. This has actually given me another idea that I'm going to demonstrate later on. I'm going to keep this one as is. These two, this one I don't know. I'm still kind of deciding on that one. This one I like. This side I don't. And then this is a hot mess. I'm undecided on this one. This one I am going to, I'm just going to strip off.
If you're going to use an X-Acto knife like this, make sure it's aimed away from you. I've seen a lot of accidents this way.
Nokon Blue mica powder on top, and this was the pink with the Nokon Blue mica powder on top. And then the backs, this one's blank. This one I did a little layered effect, but I'm going to cover that. This one was made with the glow-in-the-dark white. This one was the light blue. This one is the green that's not really green. It's more of a teal that I really like. This was done with the dark blue, or the sky blue, excuse me, the sky blue. And this is the orange that I put the white mica powder on top. That's really kind of cool. And I don't know why I like this so much. I'm curious how this would look on the orange. Doesn't that look like coral? That is just so pretty. Mm-hmm. Okay, I want to see, and I know this may be overkill on this this one that I made with the green that's not really green, even though the label says green. You can see that it says green. It's not green. It's more, this is the color. This is the aqua. Jeez Louise. So what would aqua mica powder look like on here? It deepens it. It's definitely deepening it. Look how amazing that is. Whoopsie, sorry. That's really pretty. I'm gonna see if I can layer a little bit. Just sort of layer the mica powder. That's a hot mess there. So I love getting the mica powder down in all these little cracks. That's really pretty. I want to put just a tiny bit of gold just on this part of the bubbles that are smaller. So you can kind of build your color layers a little bit too. You know, just give it something different. All right, so here's what we have. All right, I'm doing just these, well, this one too. So I'm going to put on the backs of these, I'm going to put mermaid trash. The way that I apply my trash is using Aleene's clear tacky glue. And if you don't know what mermaid trash is, this is just a mixture of sand from my beach. It's chunky sand. It has little shells in it. It has little bitty rocks in it. I add crushed glass. Sometimes the chunks are a little bit big. I add crushed glass, and then I add a carefully curated mixture of all different kinds of glitter because mermaids love shiny, pretty things. And so that's what I'm going to put on the back sides of these. Okay. Using Aleene's, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. So you can get this on Amazon, you can get this at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, you name it. I'm going to go ahead and spread it out with my hand because I don't know if this is going to spread as well as I would like it. And I probably should wear a glove, but oh well. And then I'm going to take it and just squish it down just like that. And then when I take it out, there's the pretty back. And then I'm going to just set it on a little pedestal. And these are just paint caps. Okay. And then I'm just going to do the same with this one. I just am not wild about this little moon face here. I'm going to see if I could maybe do this a little differently. See if it'll work. Yep, that worked. So you're almost submerging it. And it is quite a bit of tacky glue, but you know, you want a lot so that it doesn't come off. Okay. So I'm going to wait and let these dry probably overnight. Okay, we are all dry now. Shake off any excess mermaid trash, which didn't really have much. Don't really have that much. And I don't really care if I have empty spots. It just, I don't know, gives it a little bit of interest, I guess. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. So this one I find kind of interesting. It has a nice big blank spot, which I'm just going to leave it because you know it doesn't need to be, everything doesn't need to be perfect and covered. So now I'm going to decide what I want to do, how I want to finish these. And honestly, the purple one and the pink one, these have to have mermaids, 100%. The problem is deciding, do I want the mermaid on this side or this side. And I think I want it on this side. I think this is still bendy enough. And these are mermaids that I made a while back with leftover resin. So they are a little bit bendy, which is good. I think what I can do is attach it on here with UV resin. So I have my resin, UV resin curing light. And then I'm just going to use some plain UV resin. This is from Let's Resin. Just going to gently bend it. And so there's not really, if I put it on the back, it's not, the UV resin is not going to cure. So what I'm going to have to do is just try to attach her hands and her hair. And I really need to have gloves on both hands. All right, so what I'm doing, I'm putting down some UV resin kind of towards her head, and that's going to give me an anchor point, I hope. And then I can kind of keep her still as I add more. I really hope this works. Yeah, she's staying put. I don't know how strong it's going to be unless I add a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and just anchor like the top part of her body. Okay, I'm going to hold it as I go. And I don't know if that's going to work. I could get the UV resin in there. I think that's going to work. And then tail. Really get on there. But yeah, she's working. All right, I'm just going to put more along her entire length on the back, or not at the back, on her bottom side. And then I'm going to stick it under the lamp for a full 2-minute cure. All right, well that one's curing. I'm going to go ahead and put another mermaid on here. I made 4 mermaids the same way, and this was just with leftover resin. I have mica powder in here. I don't know if I did a video. I think I might have. Maybe not. This one's tricky because it's a very small. Yeah, that worked. So this is her arm, and I'm a little bit nervous about this one because of her arm. And I didn't really get any mica powder down in there, but I'm going to try to do her head first, and then we'll just gently bend her body. Maybe I should do that first. And I'm really surprised this is as bendy as it is, because this has been, it's been a while since I made these, but I'll put a link in the description to these mermaid molds. I got these on Amazon, and I really love these. So I'm going to just do all around her head and see if I can. Okay. So I'm going to work my way down and try to get this one on here. I've always thought that I need a mermaid on this one because this one's just that pretty tie-dye, um, kind of a tie-dye effect. I really like it. So I'm gonna use this one. It doesn't matter. I have 4. The detail on this mold is absolutely incredible. I used mermaid trash for her body and then mica powder for the tail, but you can even see her face, even through the mermaid trash. It's the mold is that detailed. And for the price, you absolutely cannot beat this. I mean, look at that. Look at the detail in the mold. I just absolutely love these molds. They're so, so great. All right, so I'm gonna try to bend. My weak point is gonna be where the mermaid trash meets the tail, I think. Because see, I already feel it bending a little bit too much. The sand, because there's not as much resin on the mermaid trash part. So I think I could still make this work though. Yeah, see, it broke right there, but it's okay. I can fix that. It's actually, that'll work out a little bit better because then I can really get this secured like I want it. Okay. Oh, my hands are sticky. All right, her arm is still broken. So you can't really tell it that much. I can tell though. I'm sure you can see it. So I think I can probably just hold it just like that under the light. Yeah, that worked. Whoops, that worked. Last mermaid. I think I want on this one. Nope, I want her on this one. I'm just going to gently bend just to kind of get her into a curve shape here. Okay. So I have these little molds that I made from leftover resin and mermaid trash too. And I think this would be, whoops. And then just trim off all the excess that I have. I think he's missing a foot there, but maybe that right there. I'll have the video coming up soon how I made these, but this is, I had leftover resin that I had mixed up with mermaid trash on another project, and I had leftovers, so I just put it in this little silicone mold just to make some turtles because I'm always using turtles. I'm always using small molds. And so they're perfect to have on hand when you have leftover resin, and then you can just pop it in that mold and make something. Because you don't want to waste resin. You absolutely do not want to waste it. So I only had 3 turtles, but I made turtles and starfish. So I'm just going to trim off this excess. I'm not worried about it being completely flat. The mermaid I wanted flat, but I think maybe a starfish on that one. Let's switch that. What do you think? Okay. This is cute. That one's really cute. I'm going to take my gloves off because I don't think I really need them right now. This. Yes. Instead of a turtle. That's wicked. That would look cute. Mr. Turtle needs a little friend. That blue does not work. I like that on this one. Right there. I like that. I'm gonna snip the little charm thing off. So I'm put it right there. Come on. Nothing on the octopus. The octopus needs to be front and center. He's pretty by himself. But I like adding multiples. I think he's gonna have a starfish girlfriend. Right there. So I do have to watch, how much I put into these because I want to keep my price point to about $5 on these ornaments, which I could probably, I've been told I could probably get more, but I really don't want to do that. I want to keep my artwork affordable. Right, these are fine. I just need to put a hanger. Look at how cute that is. I mean, it's just something different. These sell really, really well. And what I am gonna do, whoops, what I am gonna do though, since I did put mica powder, and you can see if you rub on it, the mica powder is gonna come off. I'm not gonna resin the whole thing, but I am gonna take it outside and spray it with I don't have it here with me, but I'm just going to spray it with some clear Rust-Oleum, and that's going to seal in the mica powder and it'll make it shine a little bit. So I'm going to do that off camera, but this is all I'm going to put on these because I want to keep my price point to around, $5 to $7, just depending. I'm not really sure yet. And if I do any more, then my costs go up. And then you have to charge your customer more. So because you want to make a profit. I mean, if you're going to be selling these, making these and selling these at art shows, you want to make a profit, right? These are so adorable. Just so, I am so thrilled. I am so thrilled with these. Oh my gosh. So the only color that I didn't demonstrate was the yellow, only because I really right now can't really figure out how to use the yellow in a beachy coastal theme. Although I am going to mix it with blue and see if I can get a turquoise. So I am going to do a part 3 because part 3 is going to be a little bit more color mixing. So the yellow and the blue to make a um, turquoise, green and yellow to see what that'll do. Really curious about the blue and the purple, kind of a tie-dye effect. I am really, really curious about that. So that is going to be part 3. I like to experiment on items that I'm actually interested in selling at my craft shows. So you're going to see me experimenting on Christmas ornaments, or maybe wine glasses, or crushed glass Christmas trees, a variety of things. So here is part 2, and I am absolutely thrilled. Let me know what you think. Which one is your favorite? I think this one is my favorite. And I really, really like this one. I think my mica powder fairy, and she knows who she is. I think my mica powder fairy is going to love this one on her Christmas tree. What do you think? She knows who she is. Or this one. I don't know. She's going to have to tell me which one she likes the best. All right. Make it a crafty day, friends. Bye.